What's going on, everybody? It's Jake here. Here to talk about the state of the South Carolina Gamecocks football program here in 2020. When things start to look like, they're heading in the right direction, you always take one step forward, and we take about 5 giant steps back. The hiring of Mike Bobo, I was like, okay, finally bringing a good, experienced offensive coordinator, someone who's coached in the SEC. He's also taken on a head coaching job. Didn't have the most time there, but saw some moderate success. Then, you got an exciting running back in Marshawn Lloyd coming back in. Somebody who, we haven't had a 1,000-yard rusher since Mike Davis. Outside of Mike Davis and Marcus Lattimore, we haven't really had much production at the running back position. So it was finally good to see, we're heading there. Still lacking wide receiver depth, but, we get the transfer. Jalen Brooks comes in. Nothing but good things to say about him all through the scrimmages and all the practices and things. It's like, okay, we're heading in the right direction. Well, then we have Marshawn Lloyd in practice. ACL tear, gone. And then here we are, a few days before the Tennessee game, before kickoff for the season, and Jalen Brooks, the waiver has been denied. So there goes our potential number 1, number 2 receiver for the season. Flush him down the toilet. And then Jay Urich, he's seen the field but hasn't seen too much action. Had to play some receiver last year. He's out, and he's going to move on to be a graduate assistant on the coaching staff, which he's gonna go on and do much better things than just playing football. But it just seems like it's one thing after the other. And there's already very little positivity going into the season for me. Just knowing how it's been under Will Muschamp, sitting there watching week after week of putting up pathetic numbers offensively. And just looking at the lack of depth on the offensive roster still. A running back room with a true sophomore in Kevin Harris who's seen meaningless minutes. A redshirt sophomore and, let's see, the kid's name doesn't even come to me. But he's barely seeing meaningful minutes. They've had 100-yard rushing games, but one was against Charleston Southern, so whoop-de-doo. The other was against Vanderbilt, barely better than Charleston Southern. And then we've got Zaquandre White, number 1 JUCO running back. All right, but it seems like he can't stay on the field with hamstring issues, about like Rico Dowdle. So, there's not too much to be excited for. And, will we see, with those players out, will we see some more productive numbers offensively under Mike Bobo? That's yet to be seen. I know I'm being a negative Nancy, but, I have every right to be. We all have a right to be, because our offense has just been pathetic. Just plain and simple. Just downright pathetic. And, quite frankly, I'm being sick and tired of being behind Tennessee, because there's no reason we should be behind Tennessee. But the one that really drives me off the walls is being behind Kentucky. Fucking Kentucky. They had a 5-year win streak against us, which is embarrassing. We only beat them last year because that was the game where they decided, hey, let's put Lynn Bowden Jr. in at quarterback. And they went on to have a much better season than we did. What a surprise. I'm past the point of being frustrated. I'm ready to move on. But at the same time, I don't want to see us have another embarrassing 1, 2 win, 3 win season, although we haven't had that. But last year, 4 wins, that's inexcusable. We can't keep going on this way. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it. I'm ready. The only good that can come out of having a horrendous season. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, the only good that can come out of having a horrendous season would be firing Will Muschamp, and hopefully moving on to greener pastures, and maybe hiring the likes of someone like Billy Napier, or quite frankly anyone else, because this just isn't working. But regardless of that, I'll still be tuning in Saturday night at the greatest stadium for the greatest university. Hopefully we can walk out of there with a win at Tennessee. And I mean, I might even change my tone if I see some, if I see some change. That's the thing. We need to see change because we just haven't seen it. Until we can get some sort of an offense that can put up enough numbers, stay on the field, get some first downs, score in the freaking red zone, then, don't seem like we're going to go anywhere. But I guess we'll find out. But, I just wanted to get that little rant off my chest. It's something that was just bothering me. It's been bothering me, actually, but today was just enough. There's just too much going wrong, it seems like, and it's just getting old. But thanks for just, listening to me rant there for a little bit. Appreciate it. Take care.